Right. Welcome everyone to the Cluster Add-ons meeting. Today is like the 6th. Yeah, welcome everyone. I just had a brief look at the agenda and it's empty, but I saw that the last time the Sum of Code project was discussed. Were any of you there at the last meeting?
I think I was there. If I wasn't there, I'm pretty sure Nick was there. I don't have any real updates for Google Summer of Code other than that, as far as I can tell, no one was selected for this project, or no one selected this project. So I don't think we actually have Summer of Code folks.
Right. Okay. Okay, I just checked the timeline. Yeah, to the agenda too. It looks like, yeah, people would be coding by now already. But it really surprises me that that we didn't have applications. Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion on the GitHub issue, and some interest from some of the SIG node folks. So maybe it would be good to go to the SIG node meetings and see if we can keep pushing on that work, even if we don't have Google Summer of Code folks to work on it.
Do you have a link to the issue again?
Yeah, give me a sec to find it.
Lee, did you have anything to discuss today?
Hi friends, I'm just running. I'm just juggling a few things, so I'm not really clear-headed on any particular priorities at the moment for this meeting. It's just a side update, but I was able to talk a little bit with Michael Bridgen, maintainer from the Flux project, who just mentioned again that he would be continually keen on seeing OCI image support in source controller to be able to unpack Kubernetes manifests and other add-on type sources within Flux for GitOps flows. That's of interest, but I think that's been said before here.
Is there any work that would need to be done outside of Flux, like anything we would need to do, or stuff that needs to be discussed elsewhere?
I think the inspiration for the code paths to unpack the OCI packages could probably be sourced from the image package project, as well as the things that are existing in OLM. I know that this is a technical need for Ruckpack as well at some point, and so there's really going to be some similar code being used there. Whether or not that's the same library that can be used across everything is up for exploration for sure. I know that when we were speaking last on the cluster add-ons meeting, the Ruckpack effort was just experiencing some small technical delays, just other prioritization from the folks involved. And that meeting wasn't recorded, but we noted it down in the meeting notes, I believe. I assume that might still be the case, that like technical development on Ruckpack software stuff is currently paused a little bit.
Can folks hear me? I don't know if my mic was working. This is Nick. Yeah, so there is some more stuff merged to that repo right now. Some of the basic skeleton of the types themselves, the controllers, What's not there is the pulling of the stuff. It's hopefully what we plan to get done over the next 3 weeks. So our sprint cycle. But that's where we're at.
So the pulling of those images is basically the same category of problem that I was mentioning then.
It is. I think we've mentioned it several different times before, but the constraints for pulling the image, mainly that we actually use the kubelet to pull the image through cryo and not directly, is going to be one of like the main differentiating factors between what this and something like image package does, unless we have what the GSOC project is doing for free, where we can just tell Cube to pull an image and then give us the ability to inspect it as a volume.
Yeah, like a CSI volume driver for that. And that's nice because it's a pluggable component.
Exactly. Which was also one of the things that we were talking about as an interface for Ruckpack is, can we do that separately and just abstract it away for everybody else?
Yeah, and there's certainly, to be able to use that kind of CSI driver within Flux, source controller would be interesting, or vice versa, to be able to use source controller as an HTTP source for the in-cluster pull of the Ruckpack inflation would also be useful. So there's definitely room to make the components more interoperable and to think about how that should be pluggable in the Flux project and the Ruckpack project. Hopefully some interop as well with image package. So these artifacts need to be like ideally useful or adaptable across these things, or we're not going to have a very healthy ecosystem. Great. Well, it sounds like that's a near-term technical need that the Ruckpack team will be exploring, and let's keep that conversation going. If there are like potential collab or even just like design considerations that we want to make together in the Cluster Addons channel.
Yeah, I think as we start merging stuff over the next like week or so, or sorry, maybe not this week, but over the next 3 weeks, I'll try to keep posting updates when things get in, and also some of the sort of technical docs where we kind of outline different options for things. I'll try to share them more broadly.
Great. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, the past few times we've used this meeting as a place to discuss and vet like some of the content of the technical issues. It sounds like right now we probably don't have any more things to flesh out through our agendas or anything else that people need to be able to bring up. If not, it might be good to convene and then revisit this again in 2 weeks. And asynchronously in the channel.
Right. Let's wrap up then.
Great.
See you again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful seeing you all.
Take care.
Cheers, everyone.
Okay.